Hello again, everyone. This is Nathaniel Gibson bringing to you my Week 4 Multimedia Discussion Board. So as a brief overview of this discussion, I'll be looking at Waldo's The Administrative State, McGregor's The Human Side of Enterprise, and Lindblom's The Science of Muddling Through. So in Waldo's polemic, The Administrative State, he takes a controversial approach of challenging Wilson's dichotomy, politics and administration, and then Friedrich Taylor and others' scientific management as well. And he argues in this article that public administrators cannot stop here at scientific management, but have to pursue politics in general more. And he states that he phrases it in the form of a question. Are training in the mechanics of administration and codes of professional ethics enough? This is on page 140. Or should our new guardian class be given an education commensurate with their announced responsibilities and perhaps be imbued with a political philosophy? And Waldo is just arguing here that public administrators, with their ever-increasing role in the government spectrum, are having to take on more responsibilities that require politics and the negotiating of that with different branches of government. And public administrators, he believes, need to be able to adapt to the changes and stresses that happen in society, because public administration as a field is still focused on maintaining the status quo and keeping that as in scientific management. In McGregor's article, which is a branch off of the one that we reviewed last week of Maslow and his hierarchy of needs for employees, McGregor in this one argues that modern day administrators or managers have focused on taking the wrong approach to motivating employees by focusing on trying to motivate through the carrot and stick approach, which is focusing on employees' physiological and safety needs. And he argues that managers today should take a theory Y approach, which is being focused more on the employee's social, egoistic, and self-fulfillment needs. And he says in the article in our classics book on page 162 and 163, that under proper conditions, participation in consultative management provides encouragement to employees or to people to direct their creative energies towards the organizational objectives. Basically, when employees are involved with how the organization functions in general, their higher level needs of their egoistic and social and self-fulfillment needs are more satisfied, leading to a more efficient organization. In Lindblom's article, he examines the root method or rational comprehensive method of policy decision-making and contrasts it to the branch or successive limited comparisons method of policy decision-making, which he believes the latter form being more common in the modern public administration era because of the fact that politics is so complicated in nature, administrators have to adjust and make policy decisions in incremental fashions. And he argues that taking a comprehensive approach is more damaging in the long run and will cause bigger problems. And so being more successive and limited in the approach is more productive to the current political state. And he gives 4 reasons for that on page 171 of section 5b. Number 1, he says, look at the past. Sequences of policy have given administrators knowledge about possible sequences in the future. Number 2, he says, big steps in policy require big predictions, which often have the tendency to be false in the long run. And number 3, testing can be done easier when policy is made in incremental steps versus big sweeping changes. And lastly, errors are reduced in magnification when you make policy that has small changes to current status quo versus bigger changes in the long run. So that about wraps up my discussion. I'm really looking forward to discussing with you guys about what you found in the articles as well this week.